Hey guys, welcome back. If you're watching on YouTube, this could be very interesting because my cat is in a mood right now, and I know she will disturb me in just a moment. But I never really gave my last race report on Ironman Texas. It was about a month ago. No, it was April 22nd. I'm not sure when this is coming out, but anyway, um, the race went really well for me. And I'll just give a quick little summation here. My mind was not completely in it. Like my mind was tired as far as trying to figure out what I needed to bring and do. I even had the wrong bottles and the wrong bags. Like it was just kind of a weird thing. I wish I could have done a few things better, but that's part of it. And it was still a great race. My goal is to take 3 hours off my time from Arizona. I only took over an hour, but I took 30 minutes off my swim. My bike was right on, but and it was my last race with my coach, and now I'm back into coaching more. And what's crazy is I'm using this platform with TriDot, and it's quite incredible. It uses I don't know, algorithms AI, but it can tell you what you're capable of doing by your data from your watch. And I just love the technology, and I love all the capabilities it does. And I'm still trying to figure it all out so much. But yeah, I used their race simulation. So it kind of told me what I was able to do for I'm in Texas based on my training I had done. And my swim was right on, my bike was right on, and my run would have been there if my neck was just really giving me problems. And so I know now I'm probably going to do Ironman Texas again next year because I kind of just I don't want to say I figured it out, but I kind of figured out how to figure it out, if that makes sense. And it's a good time of year for me. But I think yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at that again. And but I stepped on the day before I was about to leave to go down there. I stepped on something that really bruised my foot, and it was one of those things that my cat just knocked off the counter. It was a little like a clip, for your papers and stuff. And I mean, it hurt, and not much you can do, but kind of just suck it up and hope it goes away. It didn't really bother me, but there was just so many incredible people at this event. I saw some friends from high school showed up on the course. Like it was just a magical race. And I've kind of figured out how to get to that place when it comes to training and racing. And that's just so incredible. Like the I don't know, everything is just perfect. And I think it's the key is about being we're just here in that moment. You got to put in the work in the training, but it's about not worrying about the future, but being more prepared with what I'm doing here. I've learned there is no multitasking, right? It's whatever you're doing is what you're doing. You can't do two things at once effectively. And it's just it's incredible. But that's kind of, that was a while back. Here's something that's happened kind of recently. I was going to go for a run in the morning, and I'm the worst about thinking about family, not family, like conversation I'm going to have with someone new. Like I, to me, when I meet someone new and I've got to not introduce, but explain kind of my life or where I'm at, it seems overwhelming. So I kind of will reprogram that conversation a little bit. And then I realize it never goes that way. So I have to like get it out. But I was going to go for a run, and I had a couple new clients that day, things like that. And I was going to go for a run, and I was thinking about how when I broke my back and all this stuff, how I can handle more pain than anybody else. And I walked outside. It was like six something. I was like, man, it's just a beautiful morning. I love getting up at 4 o'clock. That really makes me the best I can be. And 3 minutes into my run, I tripped on absolutely nothing. It's like my feet just stopped moving. And I wasn't going real fast, but I was going fast enough that I didn't bounce off the ground. I thudded straight to the ground. kind of landed on my knees, on my hands. And it hurt. And the first thing I thought was, well, you just said you could handle more pain than anybody else. So I guess it's time to really test that. I looked around trying to figure out what I tripped on. Couldn't find anything. So then you realize nothing's broke. I'm just bleeding a little bit. So I finished my run. I cut it a little short because I wasn't quite feeling it. I was a little in shock, to believe it or not. But and then I had an appointment at Perspire. And when I go into Perspire, they always put my YouTube channel up on the screen. And I think it's funny when I walk in, I see my face on the screen, right? And I go into Perspire and I'm kind of taped up, bandaged up. I don't want to, bleed or ooze out anywhere, right? So I got bandages on and I wasn't sure how it was going to go because in Perspire, you do sweat. It was fine, but I was scrolling through the podcast and it not only searched the podcast I'm in or have, but also does any podcast I've been a guest on, right? And the podcast I stopped on I was a guest on Jenny's podcast, and she was asking me about when I broke my back and how I can handle pain and just things like that. And I was like, whoa, I totally scripted that day and that morning out by thinking about what I was going to say that night. And here I had to live the rest of the day in that pain because I was in pain, but I couldn't disclose that, right? Anyway, I just thought that was really interesting. Like your thoughts really, really kind of set the pace for your day. And I somehow, using the technology of my phone, I discovered this app. It's called 6,000 Thoughts. Now, this app, you can do it anytime, but in the morning's ideal where you can just start typing in thoughts. And then you hit another button, kind of like enter, whatever, right? And then it brings up all this AI stuff where it now helps kind of talk about your thoughts. It's pretty cool. And so, I recommend it to a lot of people. But anyway, that's all I got, guys. So in the morning, your thoughts can kind of set the pace for your day. All right. Till next time, y'all. Bye.